About 10 years ago, I was sitting in the garden of the holistic spa where I was taking yoga, and I was contemplating how my job could manage to be both excruciatingly stressful and mind-numbingly boring at the same time. I really wanted to get out, but I didn't know what direction to take. And in that moment, I heard a voice, a real voice. It was like the female version of Morgan Freeman. And the voice said, "Doesn't the lavender smell lovely?" And I looked to my side, and I saw a smiling woman sitting next to me. "Hello, I'm the shaman here." "Oh, wow. I've never met a real-life shaman before. What do you do?" "I help people unblock their energy and get unstuck in their lives." "Okay, well, I actually was just thinking about feeling stuck. What would it look like to work together?" "Please, stand up and root yourself into the ground." "Okay. Rooting." "No, root yourself into the center of the earth, like the ancient tree that you are." Whoosh, whoosh. She blew into the center of my forehead, and I felt clear. And I had this memory of my grandfather, this story that my dad would tell about my grandpa. When he had double bypass surgery at Holy Cross Hospital, my dad went to take the cross off of the wall, since we're Jewish and all. And Grandpa said, leave it. It can't hurt. So with that spirit, I started working with the shaman. And we would go to this small room in the holistic spa, and she would burn sage and rattle these maraca thingies over my body as I lay, and she guided me through these meditations. In one of the meditations, she guided me through a forest and asked me what I saw there. I imagined a deer, so I said I saw a deer, and she said, "That is your spirit animal." And I said, I'm having kind of some trouble believing all of this. And she said, "Set aside the logic of this world and open yourself up to the energy of the cosmos." And I decided to do just that. I was going to set aside any questions that came up in my brain, and I was going to be as open as possible. So I ended up doing a lot of weird things. I was praying to the Archangel Michael. Did I mention I'm Jewish? I ended up throwing out the dozens and dozens of journals that I kept from 3rd grade onward to, as the shaman put it, let go of your past and step boldly into your future. I also created these shrines and started praying to them. These were basically like little dioramas in shoeboxes with keepsakes and twigs that were supposed to represent my ancestors. I burned these at the request of the shaman, again to let go of the past and step boldly into my future. I set off the fire alarm in my apartment, and some alarms were going off in my head, but I just kept quieting them because I kind of felt like I was on a high. I felt like I was almost there, like there was just something I had to unlock, and if I could just be a little more open, it would come to me. And the shaman said that she knew what I needed to get over this hump. She was going to be hosting a retreat with an intuitive. Now, an intuitive is kind of a woo-woo word for a psychic. And I said, okay, I've come this far. So I packed my bags, went to the retreat. I went into this sunny retreat center room, and there were about 30 hippy-dippy people. And the psychic woman just saw me right away, and she came up to me, "Oh, you must be Miriam. Wow, your energy is going all different directions. We can help channel that into one direction." Okay, that's what I needed. So that weekend, I did a lot of new agey activities. I got paired up with this big burly guy with a bear pendant around his neck. Hey, I'm Bear. And Bear and I felt each other's auras. he put his hands like this around my head. Oh, wow, Miriam, yeah, you're powerful. I can feel your aura, it's strong. I did it to him. Bear, I think I'm just feeling my hands flapping. And he was like, no, man, I can feel you feeling it. So I kept telling myself that throughout the weekend. If I wasn't feeling it, I would just try to trust that other people were feeling it. And it all culminated into what the shaman and the psychic called a rite of passage ceremony. And we all lay down in this sunny room, and they took us on this really detailed, long, guided meditation through time and space. And at the end of it, they banged a gong, and they said, let the energy into your soul. And I felt bupkis. I didn't feel shit. And I started to cry because I had thrown out all my journals, and I was, that high that was feeling so good just started to crash. And after the meditation, we all circled around, and everyone was talking about how enlightened and peaceful they felt. And I couldn't stop sobbing. And when it came to me, I said, I don't think it worked, or maybe none of this is real. And the shaman said, no, it is real. Just give the magic time to work. Well, a week later, I was still at my boring, stressful job, and no magic had happened, but I did get a call. It was the psychic. Miriam, hi, I have some bad news. Remember the ritual we did? Yeah, well, the shaman, she actually blocked the good energy from your soul. I don't think you should work with her anymore. Thanks. So I called the shaman. I told her what the psychic said. And she said, Miriam, with all respect, don't listen to her. There was just this earthquake in Haiti, and that released all this negative energy, which is affecting her. She's so sensitive. But don't worry, the energy did enter your soul. I saw it. You can trust me. No. I'm sick of trusting everyone else more than I trust myself. Goodbye. So I hung up the phone, and I decided I wasn't going to fake it anymore. This was more than just letting a cross be on a wall. I needed to be true to myself. So no magic happened, but I ended up getting a job that was a little less boring and a little less stressful, and it's gotten better and better ever since. So even though I've never had a big magical breakthrough, what I do have is real.